Welcome to High Value Performance.
Now, a key aspect every footballer should build their foundation on. Now, this is an aspect where every single action on the pitch that you take will be influenced by it. And most of the time, if you use this tactic, you will effectively do that action at a higher quality. Now, this is titled speed of play. Speed of play is all in the name, as in you just playing faster, but you know your next action already to be able to play faster. Now, to understand speed of play, you must understand the space around you. Now, whenever we play football, the first thing we should always look for is open space. But a lot of the times, that's where it stops for players. They look at space, oh, there's space there. Go into the space, don't know what's around them. If you want to be able to play faster, have better actions, and look like a player that you never lose the ball, you always know what's around you. You just have to know your surroundings. So that's why we scan. When we scan, we look to see what's around us for our next action. We essentially painting a picture. When all of these great players turn coaches talk about painting a picture, like Messi paints this picture for himself, all he's doing is looking at his surroundings and predicting certain movements. So for example, if I scan and I can see what's around me, and I know, okay, there's my teammates there, there's the opponents here, I know if he's coming this way, I can turn this way. I will always look like a player who's better than the next player who doesn't know what's around him, because I don't lose the ball. Ultimately, every action in football should be dictated by this, because if you can understand the space and specifically what you look for in the space, you will very rarely lose the ball unnecessarily. So a lot of the times you'll see players where the ball's coming to them and they're waiting for the ball, waiting, and then someone just comes in, boom, steals it. Why? They don't know what's around them. You need to be able to see and almost plot this picture for yourself. If I get the ball here, if I'm playing as a number 6, if I'm dropping to help out in build up, and I know that there's no one at the back of me through scanning, and I know that my teammate is there, maybe the other teammates there, maybe the other teammates there, and my goalkeeper's in front of me. I know all of the options I can play to next. I know that if no one's around me, I can turn and even carry the ball. But I can only do that if I know what's around me. And the things I need to check for specifically are, for example, where's the open space? Firstly, before I even call for the ball, these 3 things I should be finding. Firstly, I should see open space. Okay, there's the open space. Okay, who's around me? Okay, teammates are there. Okay, I'm free. There's no defenders on me. Maybe the closest defender is somewhere there. I got enough space to turn. I can look up. I can play. I will always look like I'm faster than everyone else if I think faster than everyone else, if I know what's around me. And the same applies for when you're driving a car, for example. If you don't know what's around you and you just turn, someone's gonna boom, hit you on the side and you're done. When you're walking, if you don't know who's coming this way, who's coming that way, who's turning, and you just walk, what happens? You get clattered. Same applies in football. You have to know what's around you, because what's around you will dictate your next action. And if you know what's around you, you will know what to do. A lot of the times players are confused and they don't know what to do because they just don't know what's around them. So once you understand that fundamental and put that as your foundation for every single other action you do on the pitch, you will automatically look better than everyone else. Because who doesn't want a player who knows when to pass, when to dribble, when to shoot, when to hold on to the ball and protect the ball, and they hardly ever lose the ball? Which coach and which team wouldn't want that? So you have to look at it like, build this into your foundation, and this will be the platform that you build on to essentially turn you into the best player. And when I'm talking about the best, I'm talking about the very best, because the very best players do this. Look at all of your Barcelona legends. Look at all of your old Ajax legends. going stretching from Cruyff. Look at all of the old Italian players. Look at the players now who are dominating the league. All of those Man City players. I can guarantee you they all do this. If you don't believe me, watch them the next time they play and check and see. The club I'll show you at the end of this video will prove it to you that even the best players do it. Look at the Arsenal players. Watch them. They do it. Ajax players, they do it. Everyone does it who's an exceptional player. Only the low quality players who are not smart will not do this. And those players often have to rely on physical qualities because they're not smart enough. And they always get found out. So you need to have the best of both worlds. The physical qualities and the brain. Because if you have the football brain, a lot of the times you won't even need the physical qualities that much. It's just that in modern day football, you have to have that physical side checked out completely, because preventing injuries, building yourself to be faster in terms of duels, etc., all of that type of stuff, that's where the physical qualities come in. But a lot of the times, football is mental in the sense of you just need to understand where you are on the pitch and things that are in relation to you, like your teammates and the defenders who want to take the ball off of you. Also, that day you need to just look to predict, and you can only predict if you know what's around you. Because if I know if I'm receiving the ball, for example, where my fullback in the build-up and I'm the number 6 again, I know if my fullback is passing me the ball and someone's on the back of me, what can I do? I can just hold him off or even roll him. If he's coming in quick, boom, roll him. I'm gone. How did I know that? I just check my shoulders to see what's around me. So if you understand this, everything in football will become a whole lot easier. And then you add your physical qualities to it, and you will look like the best player on the pitch every single time, just from these two things. So make sure this becomes part of your foundation. Every single drill that you do needs to include it in some capacity. In this week, I will be posting up drills specifically working on speed of play, which you can reference to this video, which will show you specifically with professional players as an example, which will show you how it works, those specific drills, which will help you improve your speed of play all around and just make you a better, smarter player. Because if you want to be the best, you must play like the best, you must train like the best, and you must understand football like the best players. And the one key thing they understand is the space. Now, as you can see, Jurien Timber here scanning just before he receives the ball. Now, this is about being able to understand your surroundings. That's why we scan. So we scan to be able to understand 3 things before we receive the ball. Firstly, where's the open space? Secondly, where's the defender and how many of them are around me if I receive the ball, and which teammates are available for my next action or my next pass when I receive the ball. Now, if you can understand these 3 things and apply it to your game through scanning, you will always be able to play faster and smarter than anyone and everyone else.